and then I finished it. We took the U-matic cassette tape, put it into a VHS tape, went over my sister's and sat on a shelf for 37 years. Then I met my fiance, Dario, who's standing right there with the Astor Place. And he said, look at this is insane. This is legendary, this is history. So he decided to put it on YouTube about 2018, and then Giuseppe was working on his film, and all of a sudden I get a text from a mutual friend, Rob Ariellis, who said, could you please call this person? They want to talk to you. Didn't tell me what it was about, but I said, mutual friend, I'll call. And that's when I got to speak with Giuseppe, and he told me he loved the film and he wanted to know, would I be willing to let them use the material that was in Samson's Nightmare, which was my film? And I said, absolutely. So I signed the consents, and when I met with him, I showed up with this box with 3 VHS tapes in them, the original tapes from 37 years ago. And he couldn't believe it, you know? And, you know, the rest is
that was
it,
a miracle.
You know? Yeah.
That was a miracle.
Everything
That
was
is
a
another miracle.
So many things coming into place, just like with the movie, just like the movie Astor Place itself, the American Dream. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Question.
No, I'm curious about Samson's Dream.
Samson's Nightmare.
Oh, okay, Samson's Nightmare. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You'll see Dario's name there. Everybody says Dario Valdivia. It doesn't have your name. We have to watch it to the end to see my name. But that was fun. It was a lot of fun. So, and the last screening we did, they said, what made you want to do Astor Place? And I said, I just was looking for fun. It was easy. Didn't need actors, didn't need a permit. Just get out there and just shoot. The only thing was I had to remember to wear the same clothes 2 days in a row for the editing, so you'd have continuity, right?
Very nice.
So it was fun.
Over there?
Bill, where did you get the idea to make a film about the fish?
Yeah, so I had done a shark film earlier. There's a shark tournament that takes place right off of Long Island, where they go hunting for sharks, and when they're done catching them, they literally throw them in the garbage. And I was so mad at these shark tournaments, I did some work on sharks, and I came across Menhaden because, as you know, the sharks are back. And the reason they're back is the Menhaden have returned. And so I kept digging into Menhaden, and that's when I found out this story has got everything. Greed, corruption, the politicians in Virginia are paid off by Cook Seafood to make sure there's no changes to Cook's ability to take 51,000 metric tons of fish every year out of the most important estuary on the planet. And these politicians in Virginia never make a change because on the Republican, the Democratic side, they're paid very well by Cook Seafood. And that got me so angry. I thought that was a film that needed to be made so people would know about it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Since they're still working on the legislation for that, do you anticipate that there'll be a follow-up film?
Companies have tried, petitions have been signed to get Cook out of the bay, and they have failed every time. So right now, there's nothing
No
happening.
content yet.
Not yet.
One more question.
All right, so about the Astor Place. So when Ro told me about the film, I didn't see Samson's yet. So I looked, did a little history, and I'm from New Jersey, so I don't know much about New York. And I'm like, wow, this place is amazing. How'd you pick hair? I thought like there was so much to Astor Place besides your hair piece. So what made you pick the hair? First question. And second question, did you know about the closing before you shot it, or did that come from like a surprise that they were going to reopen?
Okay, I started this process thanks to a phone call from an Italian journalist that was covering the news pre-election in 2020, right a month before the closing. So when I got this phone call, I said after 40 hours I was there inside Astor Place to film. I know Astor Place because I'm a customer of Astor Place. I've been customer for 15 years, so I know pretty much all of them. And the first idea of the documentary came out just to preserve history, nothing else. The closing shot of the movie was the manager, Big Mike, the guy who was painting, closing the gate of Astor Place, done. That was the idea. So just to preserve history, because it's history. It's a piece of New York. It's a microcosm of New York City, that place. And Then 2 days before the closing, there was Thanksgiving 2020. A miracle arrived, but arrived for real. I mean, I was filming something else in a corner of the barber shop, and then everybody started screaming, "Hey, hey!" I said, "What happened?" And this guy, the owner, the new owner, that is bald. He's bald, okay? Came out time with the new owner. So there, the minutes and a half that you see him talking is raw. It's just what he said, exactly, in and out, all his speech. That way, and I was a witness of a miracle. So I didn't expect that documentary ended up like this.
That's amazing, thank you.
Yeah.
We can talk outside. There's another group that's coming in.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Your hair looks great.
Oh, man, yeah.
I gotta go there for the hair.